inspiration, education, action. This is the Seeds to Success Show with Ben Godinez on Money 105.5.
Stop looking at yourself in the visor mirror while you're driving. I see you guys doing it all the time, especially Jeff Chapman. Welcome to the Seeds to Success Show. I am your host and Insurance 101 guy, Ben Godinez with Gateway Insurance. Take the if out of life and learn to live. Hey, if you like that intro song, by the way, by Paloma Rush, and if you're in the LA area tonight, Heather in LA, go check her out. She's got actually a live show going on at the Pour Vu in Hollywood, 9 o'clock. She just told me tonight. So go check her out in Hollywood. Anyway, we are excited to have you guys here. Welcome to the show. I've got Jeff Chapman here with Sac Chat and Visit Sac. How are you, my friend? Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Ben.
Very good. We're going to get into him in just a second. So we are on Facebook Live right now. So go to the Seeds to Success page on Facebook. You can watch and listen, and you can see Jeff's handsome face and perfect hair, which I believe he has a trademark on. Do you have a patent pending on your hair?
It's pending. Yeah, there's been some infringements, but I'm not too worried about you infringing upon that.
Yeah, no, I definitely lost that battle. I just shaved it all off. But if you're watching this on YouTube in post-production, that's because of GVTH Productions. They splice us all up and they do video marketing. So thank you for that, GVTH Productions. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, by the way. I don't see the thousands and thousands of fans subscribing, so subscribe so you can see all these videos when they come out. All right, we are going to get into what we're talking about today. We are talking about what college students, what their impact is on the economic city. So we're talking about Sac State. Jeff Chapman, tell us a little bit about what you do and what Sac Chat and Visit Sac is.
Sure. Well, I have a background in marketing. I had a marketing business for about 7 years called Vantage Ventures. And last June of 2015, I started Sac Chat with a couple of other people who assist me. And Sac Chat is a Sacramento-based marketing business that specializes in marketing products and services to Sacramento area college students. So basically what we do is we take a message from an advertiser and we bring that message directly to the students of well, specifically Sacramento State.
Right.
So last semester, the spring of 2016, take a guess at how many students were enrolled just in the spring semester at Sacramento State. Not obviously not including all of the community colleges like Sierra College and ARC, Consumnes River.
Man, it's grown so much. I mean, I would venture to guess, no pun intended, 15,000 students.
Okay. Yeah, that's about half. So it's just over 32,000 students enrolled. Again, just in the spring semester of 2016 for Sacramento State.
Talk about a target market.
Yes. So 32,000. That's pretty much the size of a small city or even a medium-sized city. So it's a huge market with a lot of potential.
So it's no longer a small school. It's no longer like a little tiny, glorified community college. Like when I was in high school, Sac State wasn't even on the map.
That's right. Yeah. It's incredible how much it has grown. I don't know how much farther it can grow because there's only a certain amount of acreage there and classes that can be held. So it's certainly has grown tremendously. There's a lot of classes. They've obviously expanded the campus. I don't know if you've seen Sacramento State, but they've expanded.
Yeah. Well, I play baseball on the fields across the street, and they're going to tear those down in the next year or two to make rooms for more dorms.
Yes, and then they have what's called the Well, and that's okay. So that used to all be a parking lot when I was there, and now it's very surprising to see just how much Sacramento State has grown. It's a beautiful campus. It's grown tremendously. So as I said, Sac Chat, we work with advertisers who have a very specific message that they want to take to students.
Okay. So how do the students interact with Sac Chat? How does it actually work? What's engaging for them? What is the purpose of Sac Chat for the college student?
Okay. Well, during the semester at sacchat.com, we'll actually have all of the content that we post is from the students. So it's all relevant to events that are happening on campus. It highlights student athletes. It highlights students who are doing very well academically. Pretty much anything that the students want to put forth to other students, we promote on our site, on sacchat.com. And again, this is not currently right now during the summer session, but during the fall and spring semester. So if you check out sacchat.com during the fall semester, you'll see that we have we have students who normally on a regular basis will contribute to our website.
So kind of like a blog spot for college students.
Sure, but SacChat is also, as I said, it's a marketing business. So when we do take messages to advertisers, it's basically we provide organic and grassroots marketing campaigns.
Gotcha.
For different people that we advertise for. So we might advertise, let's say, a coffee shop or a local brewery. Of course, apartment Sure. Apartment complexes that are nearby. So basically, any business that can benefit from great exposure on campus.
So how do you actually advertise on campus?
Okay. Well, again, it's very grassroots and it's very organic. One thing that we do, and it does cost us money because not anyone can just come out on campus and start advertising. For a nonprofit, it's different. If you're advertising something for profit, of course, then we have to pay for that. But but we do pay for that, and we work to bring messages through different promotions that we have on campus. But one of the things we do is tabling, and we have a table out there from 9 a.m. where we can basically be out there from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And that gives us huge exposure to whatever it is that we are promoting.
Right.
And oftentimes we just are going to promote our own social media platforms, but we promote whatever it is that we're being paid to promote.
Right.
So our table is between the University Union and the library. So that is really the most valuable real estate on campus.
Yeah, that's where the whole entire campus culminates, right there.
There's literally from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. There's thousands of students.
Right.
So if that is your target market, that is something that we can help you with.
Gotcha.
Another way that we get the message out there, and it doesn't cost us any money, is postering. So we poster every Monday. And again, this is while the campus is in session on the fall and spring semesters. We poster every Monday. It takes about 5 to 6 hours, and there's just under 500 places on campus to poster. So it's a great way of getting a message out. It does take a lot of effort and a lot of walking.
Yeah.
Because you're nonstop walking for 5 hours, but we have it all mapped out as far as where these places are, and we have the message go out like that. We also have LED
I love your sign.
Billboards.
Yeah, I was going to say, can you talk about your sign real quick? Because I think that other businesses absolutely can take notes from what you guys do.
Yeah, well, I actually saw a backpack billboard for the first time up in Seattle, and it was they were doing a promotion, it's street marketing campaign. It was for Nestle, and I had never seen a backpack billboard like that. It's this huge LED backpack billboard, scrolling messages. And so I did some research on it, and I guess they're pretty big in Europe, but they're really not utilized here. So I ordered one and put one together for SacChat. So obviously it's very effective in the evening time. It can be used during the day or evening time, but the way it illuminates garnishes an awful lot of attention when I have someone walking around with it.
Absolutely. So businesses can put on their message onto...
They can put their message on there, or we have our own message on there for SacChat.
Of course, to advertise to students.
Yes, and then a lot of times when we are out there, because it is just a normal street marketing campaign, so if we have the backpack billboards, we are sometimes passing out literature of whoever it is that we're advertising for. So it's...
But I mean, I've seen them walking around Old Town Sacramento, and it's kind of dark, and there's a couple of street lights, but then you just see this illuminated billboard that's moving, and you're like, what, how are they moving? Oh, it's on a kid. What?
Right.
So
we were out in Old Sacramento for almost like every evening or every other evening for a couple of months. Right. It gets dark a lot later right now, so it's not as effective. But we. In the wintertime, if it gets dark around 5:30 or 6, I mean, we have 2 or 3 hours of really successful marketing out there, and people love it. It always garnishes a lot of attention, and people always check out whatever is on that backpack billboard because it's so unique, and they take pictures of it. And
And that's really the key. And we're going to get more into that here later on in the segment. But talk about the other business and Instagram account that you have in the last minute that we have.
Okay, sure. Well, we recently started an Instagram account called Visit Sac. And it's basically a new Instagram account. And its main objective is to provide Sacramento residents and visitors with information on events and concerts, Sacramento Theater Company, just highlighting everything that's good about Sacramento, maybe new restaurants, new businesses in the area. So
So it's like a one-stop shop for someone that's either visiting or just wants to know what's going on.
Right, and basically Visit Sac complements Sac Chat because it's a way to reach a larger audience.
Right. So go follow Visit Sac on Instagram. I've checked it out actually just this morning, and extremely relevant stuff going on. So go at Visit Sac on Instagram and follow Sac Chat on Facebook as well.
Yes, please.
How do they follow that?
Well, just go to Facebook and type in Sac Chat, and we will be right there. And of course, on Instagram, as Ben said, it's Visit Sac. That's our handle. So please check it out. I just posted something there before the show, which we'll talk about later. Mm-hmm. It's a little scavenger hunt.
Okay.
For the listeners of Seeds to Success. So.
Okay, cool. We're going to talk about in the second segment here. We're going to talk about how millennials interact these days and how to stay relevant with businesses. So stay with us here on the Seeds to Success show with Jeff Chapman from Sac Chat.
Join the journey. This is the Seeds to Success show on Money 105.5.
Welcome back to the Seeds to Success show. I am your host and Insurance 101 guy, Ben Godinez with Gateway Insurance Group, brought to you in part by GVTH Productions. Follow us here. We're on Facebook Live on the Seeds to Success Facebook page, so you can watch the behind the scenes. And right now, we're going to do a little taste test here, just to get a little spunk back in us. So, of course, you guys all know that we have the Seeds to Success blend at Riscate Cafe in Elk Grove. And so I had Jeff, we made him a little latte here, and I want to expose you to the Riscate Cafe. So,
well, thank you, Ben.
We're going to do a quick 1 minute little taste test. Have a sip there.
It is time for my afternoon latte.
Right. Yeah, a little pick-me-up. So, cheers to that. I'm drinking the Riscate Cafe blend myself, which is just a medium roast and a dark roast combined. So, Jeff, what do you think about the little latte there?
I like it. It's very good. Just it's cooled down since you brought it from Elk Grove.
Yeah, probably a little bit. My bad. Should have made it iced latte, huh? I was doing the notes here for today's show, and I'm by the way, I'm not a coffee connoisseur. I can't call myself a coffee connoisseur. I love coffee, and black coffee matters. But
yes,
but I'm not a connoisseur. So I was just actually trying to taste my coffee, and I started picking out notes of coffee. And I was like, oh, there's a little roasty, toasty marshmallow and a little bit of dark chocolate, maybe a little graham cracker. Hey, that's a s'more.
So when you go to a coffee house, so what do you order?
I usually will have what I call a dirty chai.
Okay.
Which is just chai latte with a shot of espresso.
Because I know you meet a lot of people at coffee houses and so forth.
I do. That's I do frequent coffee houses.
Right.
I love their black coffee. It's a great meeting place, but I also do events and things at coffee shops.
Okay.
So that's why I love Riscate, because we can do events there. And anyway,
nice. All right.
So I love it. Anyway, we're going to get back into Jeff Chapman here with Sac Chat and Visit Sac on, follow him on Instagram at Visit Sac. So talk to us a little bit more about the importance of interacting with college students and really their economic impact on the community.
Sure. Okay. Well, think about Sac State alone. Again, not talking about the other campuses, but only the University of Sac State. Imagine if we removed Sacramento State from Sacramento.
Okay. That'd be a huge void.
Yes, it would. And so the void financially would be basically $1 billion a year, almost $1 billion a year would be removed from our local economy. Wow. So that's how massive it is. Yeah,
that's including their rent and their expenses. And
yeah, I mean, it's including the jobs, the faculty, but mostly it's the impact of the students and their spending power. So $1 billion removed from our local economy.
Sacramento economy. Oh
yes.
My God, that's a lot of parents' money, I think.
Yes.
I mean, Sacramento is growing, and Sacramento has, obviously a huge millennial population. Mm-hmm. I wanted to ask you, can you talk a little bit about how millennials interact these days, namely through social media and just, what?
Yeah, it seems like it's constantly changing, but I mean, the best ways of reaching people, of course, is going to be, especially students, is going to be through social media.
Right.
I've had the most success with social media platforms. There's really no other way that's going to be better at reaching so many people.
Right.
If you look on campus, I don't even know what's going on with the Pokemon craze.
Oh my God.
Pokemon
I
is
was
how
hoping
it
we'd
is.
never have to talk about that, but it's so relevant. It is.
And it just shows like how I guess maybe how old I am, because I don't know what they're doing. And everyone is on their phone, and it's just this huge craze. And I just think it speaks volumes to.
Check this out.
know,
I have a
yes.
little bit of insight about this
All right.
Pokemon Go thing.
Okay.
Other than people that follow it and they capture Pokemon and all that, do you know really why that app was created?
It's not for financial gain, I assume.
I mean, yeah, it's
why
not
the
just
way
for
you're asking?
it's not just for entertainment.
Okay.
Businesses
Okay.
pay for the information from those people that have the Pokemon Go app.
Mm-hmm.
So when you download Pokemon Go, businesses can basically buy your information. So Pokemon Go is selling it to
Mm-hmm.
different advertisers, and they're tracking everything that you're doing, where you're going, how long you're there, what stores you walk into. And on the other end, they can target that market, and they can say, I want a lot of people at my business. So what do? They buy Pokemon. They buy the little the rights to the little Pokemon, and
Right.
they set a bomb or whatever, or a trap. And that's literally this is going on right now. Businesses are buying traps for these Pokemon, and then they're attracting people to their business. And then they're being selective, of course, about where their target market is, and mostly it's millennials and college students.
Right.
So it's a brilliant marketing campaign, and that's what people want to do. They want to have their phone in their hand all day long. And so if you're a business and you're not doing social media and you're not doing video like GVTH Productions, if you don't have things that are going to be relevant to your target market, then you're losing out on potential $1 billion of business.
Exactly. Yeah, it was interesting because I had a millennial in my car, and he was actually helping me put together that hashtag Visit Sac that we took a picture in front of Sacramento State, or in front of the state capitol, and he was nonstop on his phone. So I said, why are you on your phone? And everyone at the Capitol was on their phone. They were sitting in a row, and I took a picture of it with my phone. But it was that's quite an incredible app. But to your point, I mean that is where things are going, and it's very incredible. It's constantly changing.
Yes.
So
let's talk a little bit about Sacramento's growing community, because for business owners that are listening right now, and this can apply to any major city, but Sacramento is no longer a small town. Although it may have a small town feel, there are so many businesses opening up. There's something like 2 or 3 businesses opening up a day just in Sacramento City, not even the county.
Well, I was thinking about, when I was in high school, everyone talked about leaving Sacramento.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know if that was the case with you, but for me, I just remember that was always the goal. You're going to graduate and you're going to leave Sacramento. Right. But now I think that many of the millennials, high school and college students, they see a future here in Sacramento, and there's a momentum that's being built here in Sacramento, especially with the new arena. And there's a lot going on, and younger people want to stay.
That's right. People are not only going to school here at Sac State and graduating and staying, but people are coming to Sacramento after they graduate.
Yes.
Which is so funny. 2-second story. I found my kindergarten and preschool best friends on Facebook through a class picture. We went to school in Castro Valley, small little town in the Bay Area. And after we graduate college, 5 years after we graduate, I looked them up. They're 2 miles away from me. Each of them are 2 miles away from where I lived in Sacramento. They went to school, graduated, and then moved to Sac. That's crazy to me. I never even thought Sacramento was even on the map when I was in high school.
Right.
Now it's a happening town.
Yes.
And now businesses are opening up and they're thriving.
And one of the guys that I work with for Sac Chat, his name is Chris Hayward, and he moved out here from Florida, and he was only supposed to be here for a couple weeks or so, and he's pretty much just parked himself here. So I'll put out a shout out to Chris.
There you go. It's incredible. So what else can you tell us about Sac Chat and and why businesses advertise through there and why they're successful?
Well, as far as like what I was saying, like for Visit Sac, the reason why we decided to start Visit Sac is just because we wanted to have an even greater reach than the college market. So basically this is an Instagram account that will provide us with a much larger audience. It's not going to be just people in Sacramento, although many of our followers are people who live here in Sacramento, but it's going to be people who are wanting to visit the area, and we're looking to build that community. So
yeah, you just launched it. You've got over 3,000 or something followers, and there's more than 4,000, something crazy. You just launched
or
it.
more than 6,000.
6,000 now? Yeah. See, I mean, I can't even keep up.
And they're organic. Of course, you can always. The thing is that sometimes people don't understand is you can always buy Instagram followers. You can always buy Facebook followers, but really that there's no benefit to that for a business. So we want all of our followers to be real, organic, and people who can benefit from the information that we put out. So, like the old saying, it's a nice place to visit, but you wouldn't want to live there.
I've heard that a million times about Sacramento when I was a kid.
Yeah, so I mean, it turns out like it isn't quite true when it comes to tourism and visiting and visitors here in the Sacramento area. You think about like it's not just people who are coming to Sacramento for pleasure or to visit some of the things that we have here, but it's also for business. So that does make sense. Sacramento is a transportation and commercial hub, and we have many conventions here. So we have people that are constantly coming in and out of this area and spending money, leaving their dollars. And then also you think, with over 1 million people in our region, they have family and friends who come to visit. And so we have this constant influx of people who are visiting our area and spending money. And so at Visit Sac, or our Instagram account at Visit Sac, just gives more information on events that are happening in Sacramento and highlights things that are important to even some of our followers. So our followers, of course, will send us information, and then we'll pass that information on to our followers. And
beautiful.
Again, the whole point is to build a community, a relevant community here in Sacramento.
Okay, beautiful. If you haven't already, go to Instagram right now and follow Visit Sac. Their pictures are of the highest quality. I don't know if you have any videos on there, but I know that from what I saw, the pictures are extremely engaging and incredible. And then you have a little message in there, Right.
And those, those pictures are, most of them, not all of them, but most of them are sent in from our followers. So
wow.
Of course we give them photo credit and thanks for the photo, but it's really cool how as that community begins to build, that more and more people are sending in their photos and information, and then if it's relevant or really good, we do share it with the Visit Sac community.
Excellent. We'll talk about engaging as we wrap up this second segment here. Go to the Seeds to Success page if you're not already watching us on Facebook Live. We got a new Seeds to Success group starting up here, and that's how you can interact and engage with like-minded professionals that are either business owners or that want to grow and succeed. So go to Seeds to Success page. It's actually at Seeds to Success Sacramento on Facebook, and follow us so that you can stay in touch with the next group session coming up here in the next month. Stay with us here on the Seeds to Success show with Jeff Chapman from Visit Sac.
This is Sacramento's Money 105.5. You're listening to the Seeds to Success show on Money 105.5 and the Money 105.5 mobile app.
Welcome back to the Seeds to Success show. I am your host and Insurance 101 guy, Ben Godinez with Gateway Insurance Group, brought to you in part by the Gateway Insurance Group. So give us a call. Go to my website, bengodinez.com, to find out more about what I do and what Gateway can do for you. We are here with Sac Chat, Visit Sac. That's Jeff Chapman behind the scenes with his patent pending hair. It's so pretty. Dude, like, can you give me one tip? Like, if I were to grow back my hair, like, what can I do to look like a model like you?
Well, no, just so the audience knows, I do know Ben like on a personal level. So I'm friends with Ben outside of the show. So I can make fun of him and have.
Yes.
But I remember 2 years ago at a Christmas party. I think it was Christmas 2014.
That's right, the Lit party, right?
Yeah, at Steve Covell's
Scoville, right?
Scoville's home.
That's right.
Anyway, in the kitchen there was about eight or 10 of us, and we were talking, and the topic was your head of hair,
or lack thereof.
but there was more hair in December 2014, and so your wife said, "I can't imagine Ben without hair."
Oh my God!
To which I said, "Well, you better start trying." Do you remember that? Or
I
no?
remember that. Good memory.
Okay.
I had forgotten it because it's a sad memory of mine.
Yes, and I hope she took heed to that because.
Yeah. Well, you know what? She loves it now. So.
Oh, good.
You know.
Good.
You got her thinking about it, but apparently. All right, so we're on Facebook Live, obviously, so you guys can actually watch the behind the scenes until GVTH Productions put this up on YouTube, on the Ben Godinez YouTube channel. All right, we're talking about Sacramento. We're talking about how businesses target the college students because they are $1 billion industry in the Sacramento greater region. So obviously, there's a lot of impact. So talking about, people have been on their edge, I think, about how they can contact you. We've had some interaction here on Facebook Live. How can they contact you? If they're a business owner and they do want to target college students for their business,
right,
how can they contact you?
Okay. Well, I mean, you can contact me on my email address, which is info@sacchat.com. And then also it's not just if you have a message for college students, even if you have a message, if you have a business or some sort of charity event that you want to promote to our Instagram audience, for instance, or our Facebook audience, certainly contact me, and we can, if the information seems that it's going to be relevant to our audience, then certainly it's something that we would be interested in posting. And obviously there's no charge for that. There's no cost to that. This is about building our social media community and also assisting our followers with information. So. If you do have an Instagram account, again, as Ben said, you can go to @VisitSac, and you can message us there. Again, the email address is info@sacchat.com. And then my cell phone number is area code 916-412-8989. So you feel free to give me a call there, and I will get back to you.
Cool. All right. So talking about engagement, talking about how you're engaging with the community and whatnot, I heard you got a scavenger hunt or something going on.
Could you talk about that
a little
reminding
bit?
me about that, because that's very important. Okay. So this morning before the show, I went to a coffee shop, an undisclosed coffee shop in Sacramento. Okay. And this is what I taped to the bottom of a table.
Whoa!
So this is a $100 gift card to Southwest Airlines.
That's a free flight to Vegas, baby.
Now, well, we're talking about Visit Sac, so we don't want to leave Sac. But if you have friends or family who want to visit Sac and you find this, then you can certainly give that to them.
Okay.
Then you can bring people to Sacramento. We don't want to send anyone out of Sacramento.
That's true. Yeah, no, we want to bring them in. Okay.
But so anyway, it's a $100 gift card to Southwest Airlines. It's taped underneath underneath a table in a Sacramento coffee shop. Now, for those who know me, i.e. a friend who might be listening, it's not, I'll just say it's not at a coffee house that I normally frequent. There's a couple of coffee houses that would be way too easy.
I was going to say, because I could totally cheat and tell you exactly where it's at. But
I know where you would think that, but it's not there.
Okay.
So it's not there. That would be too easy. So this morning, okay. And the other thing I have to say about this too is that this one is activated. Okay. The one that I have in my hand.
Yes.
The one that is underneath the table is not activated. So what you have to do, that's why
the hook. Okay,
that's the hook. Well, it's not really a hook. It's just that I want someone from your radio show to find it.
Okay.
I don't want just anyone to find it. I want someone from your show, this show,
the Success Show,
to find it. So,
$100 Southwest Airlines gift card is laying around under a chair at a coffee shop.
Under a table.
Under a table.
I may not even, that may not even be specific enough, but let's say that tomorrow it still is unfound. I will perhaps give another hint, or perhaps just go back and take it.
Okay, so that means that you got to follow. Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Sac Chat, and follow Visit Sac on Instagram so that you can interact with Jeff. And then also obviously follow Seeds to Success on social media so that you can let us know that you found it.
Exactly. So, right before the show, I made a post on Visit Sac. So if you find Visit Sac and you see the $100 gift card posted there, you'll know you'll know that you're at the right account.
Okay.
So follow us, and we will let you know when or if that's found. If it's not found, again, we'll just have to give better clues, I guess. But I think a coffee shop in Sacramento is.
There's enough people at every coffee shop at any given point to,
I think it's a good place to start.
Yeah, they're going to be at a coffee shop later today anyway at some point. So.
Exactly.
So if it's not found in the next 24 hours, you need to follow Seeds to Success and all the videos that we post about this show, because GVTH Productions is going to be posting them here on social media. So we'll interact on those videos to let you know if there's another clue.
Right.
So $100 Southwest Airlines gift card to get people more into SAC.
Yes.
That's awesome, man. All right. You had something else that you wanted to talk about to us about.
Well, yes. So
I've got a little piggy bank here.
Yeah. Here in the studio, and you can see that on Facebook Live, I guess.
Yeah.
Ben, how many? First of all, for those on the radio, it is a clear plastic penny bank with several pennies in it.
Right. It's a little piggy. It's a piggy bank. It's in this actual clear piggy with and it's airtight of pennies.
That's right. So take a guess at how many pennies are in this piggy bank. And
okay. I mean, I've cashed change before, but I've never done it without silver, so it's probably a lot less than I think. Why don't we say
I think it's going to be more
$15?
than you think.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's going to be $15 in pennies.
Okay. It's approximately $22.
Okay. All right. So I was still underestimating, but.
And it's
that's a lot of freaking pennies.
It's
man.
a lot of pennies. So
2,200 pennies.
So what we started with SAC Chat last year was it's called the SAC Chat Give Back, and it's a 1 million penny challenge. So
wow.
We are seeking to raise 1 million pennies for local charities. So we have
$100,000. Is that right?
No, that's not right. That's not right, Ben.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that again. $1 million.
1 million pennies.
Okay.
Yeah,
$100,000.
No,
is that not right?
That's not right. No. We'll go to commercial break. We'll get out the calculator.
I need a calculator. Oh my God, I've never thought of that many pennies in my life before.
What's 1% of a million?
$10,000.
There you go. Good job.
I got it.
Good job, Ben.
Thought and not just spoke. All right.
Anyway, $100,000 could maybe buy a condo in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Maybe not a nice one, but
yeah.
Anyway, $10,000.
$10,000.
So imagine $10,000 in pennies, a million pennies.
That's a lot of pennies.
So because right here, we have like 2,200. So.
Right. So where are you going to put all these pennies?
Well, they are going to be stored in one location and displayed whenever it's completed. Oh, wow. So on our website, we were keeping track of it, but we have only about 7% of what we need. So
okay.
What we are going to be doing is we want to be able to put these little plastic pigs
yeah.
in different businesses, maybe just for a week at a time.
Okay.
And they'll say it'll have our at Visit SAC on the side.
Right.
So if you have a business that we can put these in to raise some pennies, and if you have silver, that's fine. We can
filter that out.
Okay. Well, we'll add it, but we will buy the pennies with it. So,
okay,
we've done that too. If someone has given us, if someone gives us $25, we go to the bank and we get $25 worth of pennies. And
okay. So
banks do have that.
So how do they give you money? How do they give you their change?
Okay. Well, the best way is if you can call me on my cell phone number.
All right.
And then we can arrange to have these, as long as the business or the office is in the Sacramento area.
Yeah.
Then we can deliver that out to you even today or tomorrow or whenever it's convenient for you. And these are just small little things that can go in the break room, and it's just kind of a cool thing to.
No, that's nice.
To raise a lot of people. One of the challenges of this million penny challenge is that a lot of people use plastic. A lot of people don't even use cash anymore.
Right.
So finding these pennies it's
more
challenging than I thought, because it's actually taken a lot of time just to get the 70,000 pennies.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of pennies though. So
it's a lot of pennies.
How do they contact you? What's your phone number?
Okay, again, my cell phone number is area code 916-412-8989, and you can call me right after the show if you wish.
Okay, yeah, don't call him now because his phone's gonna blow up.
And give me about 15 minutes to say thanks, Ben, for putting me on the show. You're so awesome.
All right. Okay.
Time to get down to the first floor and get in the car. And then
Right. Okay.
I'll have my phone on.
All right. Call him after the show. Jeff Chapman here with SAC Chat, and visit SAC. Follow him on social media. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in here on Facebook Live, by the way. We appreciate it. Stay with us on the Seeds to Success show with Jeff Chapman from SAC Chat.
The Seeds to Success show on Money 105.5, the Money 105.5 mobile app, and online at money1055.biz.
Welcome back to the Seeds to Success show. I'm your host and Insurance 101 guy, Ben Godinez, with Jeff Chapman from SAC Chat, and we're unpacking what it is that he does, and we're learning more about Sacramento and millennials and what kind of impact that they have, and just how crucial it is to be engaging with your audience, especially in Sacramento as it's a growing community. So we just talked about the SAC Chat Gives Back campaign of raising 1 million pennies, so $10,000 as my brain started
as it
working,
turns out.
as it fired back up. So yeah, we're getting back into our talk here, but I appreciate you being here, Jeff, and I appreciate your knowledge because it can apply to any business, not only in Sacramento, but anywhere. So we've got Jen Barna here that's going to be on the line here with us in just a second. She's going to give us our Jen's Jewels of Wisdom as soon as I hear the cue from Steve. All right, let's bring Jen on. Jen, are you with us, darling?
I am. Thank you so much, Ben. And hey, Jeff, how's it going? I've been listening, sitting here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm on the road still, listening to you guys and the incredible and amazing information that you share. Then I have to say that we do have the best guests. They're so informative, creative, and they're so relevant to our region and to what we are trying to convey on this show.
Good. I'm glad. So you've got some wisdom that you want to share with us. We're missing you here in the studio. You're going to be back with us next week, right?
I sure will be.
Okay, because everybody on Facebook Live is missing you right now. They can't hear you for the next 2 minutes.
Oh, they can't hear me. Oh, no, they can't.
So anyway, the floor is yours, Jen.
Thank you. And I was trying to figure out because how what Jeff's talking about, our relevance, social media, the impact that he's making with the over 30,000 students that he has the ability to interact with and kind of move them into the direction of helping our region and reaching out to our region. And so what I found is in Chapter 5, in specialized knowledge. I know we've talked about specialized knowledge before, but we have a unique ability here that Napoleon Hill talks about as knowledge is only potential power. It only becomes power if and only when it is organized into definite plans of action and directed to a definite end. That missing link in all systems of education known to civilization today may be found in the failure of the educational institutions to teach their students how to organize and use this knowledge after they acquire it. Any person is educated who knows where to get knowledge when they need it, and how to organize that knowledge into definite plans of action. And you guys brought up a very, very popular Pokemon Go today, and the power of it. And it's amazing because it says since we've been traveling, I mean, it was once that when we started the trip, my kids were onto Pokemon Go. But as we've been traveling cross country and stopping in these major cities, I mean, last night we left dinner, walking down the street, and there are groups of people everywhere. We were in Roswell, New Mexico, and there was groups of people walking into different landmarks, into different businesses. And it's getting people up, it's getting them out, it's getting them to work together, and it's kind of unifying them. And if Jeff can find a way to spread a message through this Pokemon Go, or to show the businesses just how powerful that this connection they can make to the surrounding communities is. I mean, you can spread a positive message through the app, through different apps, actually. You know, I'm actually kind of surprised that you guys might start talking about how to spread a positive message, how to educate these millennials, how to kind of embed positive messages of the potential that they have, of not just how to manipulate a video game, but actually how to use the power of the creative process to develop the ideas that they have, to develop our communities and the regions with these these shiny new pups out of college who are, you know, a lot of them are bursting with ideas. They get into the job market and they're being pulled down So there's a lot of creativity here to be tapped into. Jeff, you're doing an amazing job. If we keep that specialized knowledge that ideas are born out of necessity, of service or need. So if we keep that idea and add in a little bit of imagination, we put purpose, plan, and take action on that. Now is the time to help spread such a positive message in this world, and we have so much at our fingertips to do that. So
it's beautiful.
I'm going to leave you all with that, and it is so nice to be with you today, and I can't wait to get back into the studio with y'all. Get it?
Yeah, you're out in the Midwest out there, aren't you?
That is right. We're out here, and it is actually really beautiful country, and but I can't wait to get back to see you guys next week. And say thank you to all our beautiful and wonderful listeners out there. We totally appreciate you. So be well, do well, have well, and give well in all you do.
I love it, Jen. Thank you so much. Follow her at Jen. Please fill us in.
At Jen Lee. I'm sorry. At Jennifer Barna at Facebook. At jenlee.b on Instagram.
There you go. All right. All right. Now it's time for your Insurance 101 bit. All right. Everybody tunes in every week to hear my Insurance 101 education, right, Jeff?
That's right. Yes.
Anyway, I think that in the 1 minute that I have here, it's very relevant because it's something that has happened to one of my clients this week that has impacted their life greatly. They were rear-ended in an accident about 3 or 4 months ago. A passenger in the vehicle, and they were injured. They had to have chiropractic care and massage therapy. That was covered under the owner of the vehicle's med pay. So because they had med pay, they were able to get massage therapy and chiropractic. The problem with that is that person has to take off of work to go to those appointments, right? And that's very inconvenient in the middle of the day, and it takes, it's an hour appointment, so you got to leave half an hour before, and then you're going to get back half an hour afterwards. So what that quantifies as is pain and suffering and loss of wages. And that's what liability and uninsured motorist coverage protects. You don't think about those things. So the importance of having good liability limits and good uninsured motorist is unquantifiable. You need to have good liability. It's not I need full coverage or not. It's you need to have good limits. So this client that was hit, the insurance company of the owner of the vehicle called them and said, hey, we understand that you got treatment. Are you done with treatment? Are you done with chiropractic and massage therapy? Yes, absolutely. It was great. Thank you. But unfortunately, I had to miss work and it was very inconvenient. Okay, here's what the insurance company offers. We are so sorry to hear that. We're willing to offer you $3,000 as a settlement for your pain and suffering and your inconvenience. How does that sound? Do you think that they were mad? Do you think that they were still grieving over this accident? No, absolutely not. A good insurance company is going to look after their clients and avoid litigation. They're going to settle. Now, the unfortunate thing is about that the person who hit them, that person's insurance is going out of business. They're insolvent, which happens when you get cut rate insurance. So get a quality insurance company. In this case, it was Kemper Preferred. If you haven't heard of them, they are highly rated, but they called this client, that's not even their client necessarily, called them up and offered a settlement for pain and suffering. That's how important uninsured motorist is. So that's your Insurance 101 guys segment. Follow me on Instagram, Ben.Godinez, Facebook, Ben Godinez, and go to my website, bengodinez.com for more information. And to get yourself a quote, go to Let's Talk, the tab at the top, and fill out the information I need to get you a competitive auto insurance rate. All right, Jeff.
Yes.
Getting back to you, my friend, you are the main attraction today.
Well, thank you.
You are not only the information that people are learning from, but you are very relevant in the community. You're a face. You're a nice hair, I guess you would say. You're not just a face. You also have beautiful hair. So anyway, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions for our listeners. Like, seriously, what does success mean to you?
What does success mean to me? Well, I guess if I can live each day with a positive attitude and to be content with the things that I have, and just to have the time and resources to pursue what I'm passionate about.
That's beautiful, man.
Well, thank you.
Like, I'm bringing a tear to my eye. And in all
I
seriousness,
can
that was
see
great.
it from here.
I closed the Facebook Live, unfortunately, because Jen was on the phone, but you'd be able to see my tears right now. Jen Costello from Snapchat responded to me, and she said, "Success to me means having the freedom to spend my limited time in this life the way I choose, to not be a slave to the rat race, and instead live my days with a bigger purpose." That's beautiful, I think. Heather, who is tuned in with us on Facebook Live, said, "Success to me is being proud of what I do each day to make a life for my family."
Very good.
I think that's beautiful. Chris Ruiz, a recording artist here in Sacramento. I'm a huge fan of his. He said, success to him. By the way, you need to follow him on social media, Chris Ruiz. And he's pure talented. Anyway, we're getting close on time. I just realized we got 2 minutes left. I hate to cut that off, but I wanted to ask you one more question before we close out the day here. If you could say one thing to a young and hungry entrepreneur, what would it be?
Okay. How about everything will change, nothing will stay the same, and be ready? I guess that goes for everyone.
Yeah, everyone. But I know a lot of your listeners, a lot of your followers are, Sac State students and alumni. So
yeah. Oh, and may I put a shout out to
Yes.
my friend Raza, who is always helping me with Sac Chat. I almost forgot about that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Very important to thank people who helped me.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate you being here. Before we close, I just want to say our season finale is next week, and you're going to get to know who Ben Godinez really is. I'm going to be vulnerable, honest, hopefully relatable and inspiring. I'm going to tell you guys my story of overcoming extreme hardship, losing my father at a young age, being all but homeless, and starting the business and getting to where I am today. So tune in next week on the Seeds to Success show. Follow Visit Sac on Instagram Visit Sac, and make sure to go to the local coffee shop to find the $100 Southwest gift card under a table.
That's right.
At a local coffee shop here in
If
Sacramento.
you have an Instagram, follow us at Visit Sac.
Perfect. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Follow us, and we'll see you next time on the Seeds to Success show.